You're a funny one. You are definitely a funny one. Hello, hello. How you feeling, man? As you guys can hear, it's the new microphone. Got a different setup going on about this right now. And I'm gonna test it with this gaming stream. So how's it sound? Yeah, I'm still working on that. It might be the gain specifically. Like this. Like, I'm wondering what filter specifically I have to work on. Yeah, go ahead. I want to see what you got for yours. All right, I have to move it to be like more closer to where it is in front of me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing today, man? My goodness. Okay, that's what you got. Filters and filters. How's this sound? Luca, what's up? How you doing? Oh goodness, Coco. I'm fine. Kokum is just going through it right now. As you can see, I sound like I'm still just waking up. It's still a bit of it. Alright, it might be the gain on the mic. Turn that down a bit. How's that? You are hilarious. You are definitely hilarious. A lot of that thumping you hear is probably me because it's picking up the banging on the desk. I was talking to Kokum with his Ganyu joke. Maybe I set filters and noise gate and suppression settings to remove that. Maybe filters noise gate. Let me see something. That is probably the open threshold. Nope, too low. I think that did it. I think I got it. No, it's still picking up. I think it's just the mic. Oh, wait, no. I think it did. I think I did fix it. Oh, I think I got it. Awesome. Also, they made some internal changes, like working on which space 2 months. Yeah. So how have you been? Yeah, the filter setting you got help as a base. I had to increase the open threshold to be more like to block out more of the smaller sounds. But now that everyone's here and I got this set up, let's get into this. I am in Inazuma. Okay, what am I doing? Where am I in this game? Why is she standing on the rock? Male. Maintenance compensation. Liz, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you been? You feeling better? Looks like you have to hire moderators. It's out the bunk time. You saw that. All the pain's gonna win. That is excellent. 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 Version highlights. What is this? Oh, I guess because I haven't messed around with this. Right, quests. You guys see this? What is this? Shunha? 3 wishes? Oh, okay. I'm in the Inazuma story.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Oh, okay. I really think you should probably start looking or for moderators, since it's at that point now that you're known.
We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Yeah, get out of our way, lady.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
What's the problem?
That sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's
Who forgot their promise?
What?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you...
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've
Imagine if you can actually do that.
I've been waiting here for you for so long.
Well, I
As
like
in case you
Paimon.
know. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
You know, Liz, you brought up a good point. We had to deal with we had to deal with talking animals already. How, like, why is that such a surprise? We literally just talked to a dragon before this moment. Why are you acting weird?
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination.
Pause. 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 Did did I just read that? Hold up. I didn't just read this, did I? Okay, Death.
A
That's how
long
you
time
feel.
ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
I mean, yeah, exactly, Liz. Exactly.
Ah, so you've heard of his story. Hmm. His light still burns all the more brightly.
I mean, that's you, Death. I don't know about me or anybody else.
Yes, of course.
That's now
I will
canon.
bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Paimon is Paimon is emergency food. Yeah. I wonder, is that here? Oh, it is here. What else is in here? It's been a while since I've been here. I guess that's it. It's been a while since I've been on this account. What do you have? Witsith. Instructor. Can I not level you? Oh, I need to get Inkanomiya. $25 episodes. Is it going to be all at once, or you gotta wait weekly? What else do I have on this account? My God. Okay, so you can just go to... Interesting. Is that what the boss wants too? Like, can we get like the bosses? That's what Trump's to mean. What was that? Oh, thanks, one man. Why did it not give me an alert? Oh, because it's not connected. Thanks so much, man. Hey, man, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate that. Me and you gotta link up anyway. I got some ideas for you. How do I get it? Oh, this way. Fishing. Oh, shit, there's a thing here. It was on planning platinum. Oh, wow, really? You can. What's the plat stuff? Is it like a list?
Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Coco. Especially since you have to worry about the laws. I think that's a good idea. Frost trees and spiral abyss.
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Lea is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
The PS5 platform. But why? Is the Spiral Abyss one just completing floor 12, or is it 3-starring the whole thing? Oh, okay, completion. Cool.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Who is who who is sending NSFW on the Mozilla stuff? Don't they get hit with bans instantly?
Perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue.
Oh wait, I have to do that on this account too.
God can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree.
Oh.
The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did
It
something
was
happen?
the sounds of me not taming
You touched the
Riding
statue,
Shogun.
and then...
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, The gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
Uh-oh, ad is coming. So vision simulation. Yeah.
All right.
I'm aware of
Time
this.
for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island.
Bruh, this is
Kamisaki
2-year-old content.
Finally!
Can you imagine that? This came out 2 years ago. Where do I gotta go? Kamisado Estate. Where's that at? Oh, fuck. I have to go through all of this. Oh, here we go. Gotta go this way. Do I have wishes? That's hilarious. There's almost nothing here. Let's see if I can get the Navia. It's purple. You know what? Give me a sword. Oh, Candace. Kandake. Can I have like a sack sword or something? Like, come on, bro. Oh no, stamina is low. I'm not used to having stamina so low.
Right here. Right now. Ring cutter.
Scatter!
Nothing lasts forever. What a nuisance. Right here.
My god, my characters are so weak. Thank you for the follow. Hello, cat
Don't
girl.
tell me that.
Excuse me? You're actually here? Yeah, my alerts are not showing up. I have no idea why. My chat box isn't even showing up either. Okay, the chat box is working now. Why isn't stream alerts working? Bits donation. Okay, that's working. That's working. Done. Why isn't it popping up? What in the fuck? Video mode. Let me see what's going on here. Alright. Game screen. Okay. That has to go. That stays. Okay. Let me remove it. Delete that. No, it's in front. I just don't know why it's... Okay. Versus add widget. And source. Add source. Yeah, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Let's see if it works. There we go. Fixed it. I got it, one man. No worries. Thanks, though. Welcome is back. Alright, I fixed it. I fixed it. I got it. Don't know why it wasn't working before, but I got it working now. I had to reset it. What is this? Where is this at? This way.
Emerge.
What's the question?
Right here. Can't handle your drinks. No, my sword.
Propagate!
Emerge right now.
Do you guys want to see Monster Hunter World as me streaming it?
Emerge right here, right now.
I'll do it if they want to see it. Oh my gosh.
Right here. A sight to behold. Right now. Right here. Emerge. Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a birth.
Propagate! Germinate!
Come on out. Right now. Right here.
Get out of this.
Emerge.
Forgive me, I am terrible, Yamiko.
Dear me.
There we go. Yeah, I'll work on main updates this year. We dominated by major updates from last time. Yeah, I'm shocked that you're still like working on that stuff. I'm not sure if you want to announce any of that yet, but you have been working hard, and I am impressed at your ability to do all this stuff. Yeah, I'm not fighting another one of those. Don't this hurt me standing here? Oh, I know. That's that story piece. I know how to get that, but I gotta go where? I gotta go this way. That's that way. Why I'm on this account? This account is gonna be something I stream with for a bit because I'm trying to get in the again the creator stuff to earn those primos basically. And since I stream and I play Genshin, why not do them at the same time? Ooh, what was that lag? Okay, where's that thing at? Screw it, I just do the story. Because there's not much to do on my normal one.
So,
I gotta do like
what's the
40
plan
hours
today
of
for the
stuff.
big shots at the
It's
Missoula
not
Club?
really like I'm gonna get the rewards on my
I
main
expected
account,
it to be
but
snazzy.
on well, I'm gonna get the rewards on my main account, but my main account doesn't have much to do anymore because it's all caught up with the story.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at?
And this account was already started. I just never did anything with it. Now I'm doing something with the account. I love Pom Pom.
Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being
Melodic,
senselessly
welcome.
trampled
I am so
underfoot.
happy you were
Though the Yashiro
that you
Commission
stopped
serves the
by.
Shogun, it is the
I'm
people
not
with whom
normally
we
a
share
game
close
streamer.
bonds,
I'm normally an
given the
art streamer.
contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and
But
falls
I'm messing
with the
around with
trust
some
of their
gaming
people.
today.
Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
Oh, fucking rip. I forgot he said that. Hilarious.
Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
no, please, wait! Please, don't go!
What you gonna do if I stay?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
Oh yeah, it does show on Discord when I
A
stream.
warrior who guards a village, a
But
former
welcome to the
samurai
stream,
who
Melodic.
helped carry out
Good
the
to see
Vision
you.
Hunt decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Okay. Anyway, dev time for me. Alright, man. Don't overwork yourself. Can I just teleport there? Yes, I can.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely.
Man, my
It's
head would
much too
explode if you showed me.
We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Ah, you must also be here to try and Teijima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Teijima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
You must be Teijima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me?
Later, man. Thanks for coming by.
It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
Oh, okay. I think I remember this part of the story. I remember this part of the story. I am far back.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come
What's with her
flooding
jumping
back.
around like that?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Log, okay.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together.
Yeah, I
and
forgot,
I
man. I
played
forgot.
Golden Fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was Black Snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole
Okami.
afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine
One man
again
tends to
today
just pop
and
up to
stayed there
support.
a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Which way? Did any of this change? I don't remember all the stuff being so close.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
I really don't remember this stuff being so close to each other. Where though? This way. But where though?
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
The fuck, Paimon?
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Hmm.
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face. It's as if she'd never
Oh
been
shit, I
in
didn't
my
mean to do
life to
that.
begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
Yo, imagine being in that situation where you can just forget your loved ones like that. Like legit. Like imagine just like forgetting your loved one. I can't imagine that. Like just forgetting that my wife ever existed. I can't imagine that.
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose
That'd
I
be
should
called
carry on
dimension.
waiting.
You mean dementia, right?
Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious.
Are you on the phone?
Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something
Yeah,
is
iPhone, don't you?
missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Well, that's kind of you.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Luca is the goat here.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person.
Yeah, Luca is right there in the chat.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Okay, I gotta be able to teleport there. All right, cool. Then Melodic is here.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order.
No, you're here. I'm gonna
The
put it
ones
on
actually
blast.
enforcing the
And you
vision
followed.
decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see.
We are
You seem
really
to have come
nosy.
just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Yeah, this was just sad.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth, but we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history. You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Right here, right now.
Dodge this!
Banana special!
Emerge right now. Emerge. Right now. I'm always watching.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know?
What the
Come
fuck?
on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
You don't intimidate anybody.
Yes, of course. So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we...
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
The fuck, bro?
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need.
I love her
Can help
voice.
you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning.
Then why not
So
reduce the
necessary to
prices?
take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you?
I know, right?
He
I'm
possesses a very
remembering.
valuable
I'm
blade.
remembering
He's
this part of
carried
the
it for
story
years
now,
I've asked
and
him about its
I'm
origins. He told
actually
me that it
aware
was
of how
a gift
dark
from
it's
his
gonna get.
father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Hmm.
But before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information.
Information is also
Yep.
a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think.
Yo, my
2,000 more
fucking
should be a fair
god.
price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Man, that is something. That is really something. I'm remembering how fucking sad the Inazuma storyline is.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul.
Ace, man.
When we get the chance,
That's one hell of a conundrum.
Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Man. 46 meters. Oh, this. I remember this.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Hyman heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that jumped the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but
oh, they fix her eyes. That's great.
This time, though,
it's just because he's been possessed. That's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
You can try.
No, you got it so wrong. We just came here to,
Yeah, when I remember when her eyes, when you look in her eyes, it looked like it was mirrored. But they fixed it.
Disciples?
Like the light here was on the other side.
We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole
Hey Liz, before you go, I have a question for you.
to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
If I were to stream Monster Hunter, would you play with me?
Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
Hell yeah. 26, what do you mean?
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple.
What do you mean by that, one man?
Explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail.
Oh.
Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave.
Damn.
Sensei's
You're
name
gonna be stuck on YouTube. That's what it is.
Sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the Shrine Maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening.
Alright then, thanks for coming by, Dante. Appreciate that. Oh, I have to wait. I was like, why didn't it teleport me? Okay. The new commission stuff, hell yeah.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it.
Hey, yo, chill, bro. Yo, that's...
They aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
How did you catch up with me?
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here.
I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember this.
These parts. You seem like bad news,
I'm gonna work this plan. God damn it, Death.
I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day.
Killer.
Long before you ever showed up.
Playing with my wife who made what?
Anymore. But if you
I don't know
must
what you mean by
I
that.
am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait.
Anzai. Yes, that's me.
because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my
These
pride
are the
and my
athletes tell
status.
what you astronauts
I
get.
fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too.
Did I just read that?
Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he,
I can't
of all
believe I read
people,
that.
have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Make-Yoshi Sui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Well then, to the Narukami Shrine we go. Down. Oh, we don't go there yet. Okay.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it.
I'm writing a
Something's
book
clearly
on
wrong.
reverse psychology. Please don't buy it. Okay.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei
Oh
will be
no,
sure
they're
to
Miko
recover.
simps.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Ai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting.
Someone is down
I
bad for
must leave
Miko.
now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
Absolutely not.
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me.
I'm
I
not.
just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Wait, do I have Lynette? Do they give you Lynette? Hold up. I remember Lynette being a free character. Oh, I have her. I mean, I don't have her leveled up, but I have her. What characters do I have on this account? Just got Kandake. Yeah, Ningguang. Diluc is level 60. Like it, just difficult. I got her, and I got Kali. I got Fischl.
I create.
You have. I would give you this. Yo, I got nothing. No, this is not 100%. I have to. I can't. I need this. I can't level her up, sadly. In fact, I think I might just take her off my team.
I think the idea of things staying the same.
I might just go with this team. Jesus Christ. Wait, is he... I gotta go grab these. Canonically accurate, what do you mean? Oh, because of the sword? I mean, I don't have anything else to give him. I can actually probably go around and start getting these. Let's do this part first.
Waiting for you? I just happen to be resting.
Yes, I haven't played my EU account because I don't have Deathlock. Is this okay?
You think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no
I don't have
wonder
Deathlock
Jinyo is
carrying me.
excited. She has a really striking presence. Also,
Ew.
is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness.
Average, hello,
He was
hello.
thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament.
Wow.
It does nothing to prevent his descent.
Good
into the
timing.
depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it.
I know, right? Showed up just in time.
One who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the Swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest Swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best
Am I
made
good?
it
Yeah.
possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he
No, they're
battled his
doing
growing
fucking
anxiety, he slowly
work
descended
outside
into
my
the state
fucking
you
door.
see him in now.
I mean, my window.
Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
Wait, you guys can hear it? Like, how bad is it?
Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow
Well, they're
us the whole
doing
way
construction
here?
on my building.
Ansai, why
It's
are they
pretty
doing
bad.
that? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly.
I'm so sorry, guys. They're doing construction.
But I didn't come here to settle a
Like,
score.
the building
It's been so long now
bought.
that I made peace with it
The
years
building I
ago.
live in got bought
You did nothing
by
wrong that
the
day.
government, basically. And
I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran.
they're doing
I
like
don't think most of the
basically
people you meet
rebuilding
along
it
the
from the
way are
outside and
against
going
you.
inwards. They're
On the
downstairs doing all that work
contrary,
now.
when you cut our
I didn't
ambitions
think it'd be
short,
like all the
we
way over
entrusted
here.
them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too.
You guys still here? Because they're
That is no
outside.
reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start?
Yo, basically.
If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei,
No.
after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness.
How much you want to bet she's the strongest one?
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me.
Oh, get fucked.
I once placed my ambitions onto you. It is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Ansai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Traveler,
Not to
a moment, please. Lady Yai
not to
has some news
satisfaction.
for you.
So, my intuition was correct.
No, it wasn't. I'm out of here.
That
Bye.
flows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
Nope. I'm out.
For
Bye.
us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
I don't know what you mean. I'm going home. Why can't it let me skip?
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna disappoint you. I'm not doing shit. I'm out of here.
Lady Ai seems to have taken a real interest in you.
Why me?
She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
I don't give a fuck. I'm out of here.
To it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Ooh, 38. I will purposely disappoint her. And tell her it was her fault for having expectations. Oh my god, that took way more damage than I thought it would.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Traveler,
Very
Paimon.
anticlimactic.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help
Should I
them.
wish for Ayaka? If I have the wish? I kind of want to skip through this.
Oh.
Oh. Okay then. Ayaka,
Friend request accepted.
compared to how you are behind the
That is hilarious.
Alright, we can be friends.
Think back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds but I believe that surely you... It seems that perhaps now you will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo.
See? Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep...
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite?
I'll accept it on
This
conditions.
is land that was gifted to the... Such privileges
Oh!
Once the number of...
Makes sense.
In any case... The almighty... She inspires awe. It was her almost...
Oh, you have to go through all of this. You can't skip it.
After
Interesting.
all, because of this...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless...
Resistance? You mean...
Yes. Many who have lost or fear loot to say a little more, but I do wonder what...
Snow. Where's this? I don't have any snow.
We have tried on... They invariably
Give me your
adopt the
snow.
stance of... It almost makes one wonder...
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Yes.
Have you got a plan yet?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is
So...
Well, for the moment. For example...
You're telling Paimon...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are
Give me your
indistinguishable
snow.
from a genuine article. The problem we are facing...
Darn!
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution.
You can't have it.
That
I
was
want
only
your
a
snow.
matter of
Give it
time
here.
before it would be exposed. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities is when you are ready. Once there was a
Let's see if my cryo curse followed me here. I'll do one wish on Ayaka. Nope. I broke the curse. And I can tell my buddy. Like, yep, the curse didn't follow me. What is my history anyway? What? That's 58 wishes. 960. That was 60 wishes. Oh my god, I have a lot of those. Do you believe me now? No, I don't believe anything.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things. Psst. Hey! Huh?
Oh, you and Mia.
Come on! What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment.
Hey, this isn't right, you know.
Who are you looking at, Luca?
Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision.
Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right, all right. Here.
Hell yeah, you and Mia.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it?
You gotta get past my wife for that one.
You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon
Haruki? You ogling Haruki?
Miss Yoimiya.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Yes, you have to. You gotta get past my wife for that.
Misaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of...
Whoa, that's quite the
Stop it. As for thanking me, his handiwork,
Yes, Master Masa...
Master Matsu, huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. But if I... So, what about if I join you instead?
Patriot, what's going? Wow, Patriot's here too. What the fuck?
Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
No, 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 no. She's not going to allow you. She's not going to allow you to fuck Yoimiya.
In my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master
She
Masakatsu.
adores Yoimiya.
Time to break him out.
Teleport waypoint unlocked. Where? Okay.
I'm flying.
Well, welcome, Patriot. I'm surprised. Was this the domain thing? Yes, it was.
Now that we're inside,
Come on, this way. As long as I certainly wouldn't. We should split up.
You sure?
Yes.
Can I send you? My God.
No, my sword. Rim cutter.
One with nature.
You dead? Okay.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama.
How is this place so big?
Now that you're dreaming.
As one with wind and cloud.
I must withdraw.
Verdict is...
What?
Teach me a lesson.
Did he just get reset? Yes, he did.
Outlines your
Dare
fate.
you?
Wind strider.
Shake it and stir.
Time for... Watch your step. Retribution!
No, my sword. Sketch.
I need to train harder.
Right here. Nope. Man, It's a whole other thing using characters that are like not the characters I'm used to playing with.
Who goes there?
Rain outlines your fate. Witness.
I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength. Look at you!
Fallen leaves, adorn my... Burn! I must withdraw.
Yeah, die. You all can get it. I can take you all on.
Watch your step. Fine.
Show me what you've got.
Into the wind.
I'm getting a little tired of you with that.
Don't hold back.
Time for retribution.
No, my sword! Ring cutter!
Clouds high. The birds fall.
Don't hold back. I need to train harder.
Verdict is...
Are you kidding me? I am so sick of these guys resetting. Is it a network thing?
Body and mind.
Show me what you've got.
Time to act. Shake it and stir. Can't have it.
Into the wind.
Yeah, it has to be a network thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do like off-screen, like off-stream farming.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
So I'm probably gonna go to you.
Teach me a lesson.
Teach me a lesson. What is this? Fucking masochist, bro.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Verdict is...
Strike first. Don't hold back. I've been bested.
He's like, teach me a lesson. I should have shut that down. But yeah. Yeah, you're the broken player. I'm not the broken player. Oh. That's hilarious. Ed, welcome to the stream, buddy. I'm glad you came. Where's that statue thing at?
Body and mind.
It's not here.
Rain outlines your fate.
Okay. Open says me. You can kind of do whatever you want with these Genshin characters.
You really think that?
Oh no! Those 10.
Where'd you come from?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am. We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
A little less.
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
She's someone I can simp for, but I won't.
Make way. Let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
She gives off "step on me, please"
Hey, this is our chance.
type of energy.
Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for...
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Did they get hit with the fireworks though? Like, is that what they are implying?
The coast is clear.
Is there anything here? Nope. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. You look too thick. Got stuck in between a wood.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! They could be back any minute! Oh.
Yes, leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, Once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
I ain't leaving without you, though. We can run away together. God, how do you play this in controller?
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over. Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujusara. Do you
Easily?
think he was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though
I'm gonna have to watch Death more in order to like understand how to play with controller on this.
Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
Jailhouse Fiesta. This is not the way to this. Isn't this when we learned that Toma got kidnapped?
I see. So
Oh, no.
Kujusara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt Decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape.
Well, the thing is, Sarakujo about to carry my children without question. Nah, I mean, just saying.
If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this
I'm
time.
gonna make
without the
that
help of
bird
the
croak,
Traveler.
if you know what I
But
mean.
if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt Decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts. And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to do with eating.
Oh, of course,
Simply
Paimon.
put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But what should we choose?
Let's stick to the classics. You know, gotta spread the turkey open. Nah, me.
Let's see what we've got here. Nice! You can't go... Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go wasting the rest now. This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen.
It looks so good.
Toma ended up eating all the weird stuff.
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment. That doesn't feel good.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards. Even with the traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the traveler
Why?
ended up eating
What in the fuck? I don't remember this.
cakes and hot pot. Ugh. Think of the texture.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest, I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Why would you think that?
Oh, I'm definitely not okay. I need to lie down.
Now everybody's sick because of you two.
I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
Yo, why is he so fucking sassy?
Guess
The
I've been
fuck?
feeling unlucky recently and wanted the god of hot pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is me.
Of course you would say that.
Good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes, if the Tenryo Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places?
That's hilarious. Well, at this very moment, it'd be smart for me to start ending the stream here. That way I can prepare for the rest of the day. But this is fun. Very fun looking at how the story used to be.
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Okay, D-Look. Let's see. It would probably be best for me to raid somebody. You know what? I'm gonna raid Sumi. Let's raid Sumi. I know she's streaming. Cat bot. Streaming on Mega Strikers. Alright. Well, thanks guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the time we had together. It was pretty fun seeing the old story of Genshin. I'm gonna have to be doing some EU farming off stream, that way I can get characters up finally. But normally I am an artist, for those who are new to the stream. If you want to see my work, and if you want to see my work, you can check me out on Twitter at jmelody120. If you want to support me by if you want to support me, you can donate to the links down below, or you can subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/jmelody, where you receive NSFW work of all works you've seen on my Twitter and alternative versions of any of my work I posted. Thanks so much for coming by, and I hope you all have a great night.